So I'm making this video. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the LolCow Ranch. I am your host, Governor Rocknar, and we are about set to get started. And with us today, we are going to bring in Sam Stutler on the LolCow Ranch. Sam, I've got him on the Discord on this video. How are you today, Sam?
I'm doing fine.
I'm doing
How are
fine.
you?
I am. I thought we were going to have a little break until Saturday. I kind of wanted to take a small break from these, and I don't know what James. James,
Horizon Springs.
he really wants to buy me that truck. You know what? I applaud you, James, for this. Thank you. You know what? I'm honored that you're helping me to buy this truck after all. So, oh hi, InfoWar. Can't hear you. Turn up your. Are you talking about Sam? Because Sam's is kind of as up as. Yeah, my wing. Wait. Yeah, my volume's up as high as it goes on my microphone. I think you're talking about Sam, right, InfoWar? Yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead to this first video. He did this like an hour after I ended my live stream last night, so he really craves this attention.
So I wanted to let you know something. If you watch the video you made where you showed the
Could you share the video?
Wait a minute, I thought it was. Wait, I'll go back to my Discord. Okay, share my screen. There we go. Okay, can you see the
Yes.
JRC3?
We're
There we
good now.
Okay, now we're good. All right. So, let's get kind of disorganized back here and continue. Oh, hi, Mope.
comments that I was giving you after you told me you were single and childless in 2019. If you pay careful attention, you'll notice that I was how can I put this? I was stating my exasperation with the trolls that were pretending to be members of your family. I'm not lying. There were and are, and I have the emails, and I'll be posting the emails of Antonio Sanchez, and Antonio Sanchez, as well as Chimichanga Jimmy and Tig Manson and others were amongst the trolls that were pretending to be members of your family, and speaking in.
Sam, turn off your Discord sounds. I think your notifications are kind of going crazy on this here, and I'm going to make sure mine are turned off here. So, user settings, notifications. All right. Yeah, mine's all turned off. So yeah, okay. So yeah, you got yours turned off.
I mean, I should, but it's still beeping. But
Sam talks about as loud as he's going to get on this. You understand? Sam is a very, very kind of quiet individual, to put it this way. So getting this much out of him. Sam, put your damn headset on, will you please?
Well, if I plug my headset on, the cable's too short, so I can't be in camera and on the headset at the same time. I've gone over this in the warm up.
That's right. He does have Marfan syndrome. All right, just turn off your camera and just put your damn headset on. I think
Okay.
that'll work better.
Okay. Just as long as we have proof on the record to
Yeah, that
be
you are
able
not a
to.
fat ass. That you are
Yeah,
definitely
I'm
not a
not a
fat ass
fat
here.
ass.
Let me show them here. Stand up for the camera. Show them you are not a fat ass. All right. Turn to
I'm
the
definitely.
left.
I mean,
Yeah. Turn to the right. I mean,
yeah, I'm
James,
definitely.
is my friend Sam here in any way morbidly obese? In fact, he is morbidly underweight.
Yeah, I'm underweight.
Yeah, you're very underweight. See, you're getting much better, Sam, when you're standing right in front of the camera. All right?
Oh yeah, because I'm right in front of the mic.
Yeah, well, all right,
I'm
turn
talking
off
about
your,
this
go
side.
ahead,
My
turn off your camera
now.
so we can continue with the show and put your damn headset on so that they can hear you, please. God damn. Oh, the joys of doing it live. Yeah, Infowars right. It sounds much better. So, yeah, I mean, you got to stand up for the camera. That kind of camera that you have, Sam, is more meant for like close up work. It's more meant for like you're as close to the camera like I am, because then it can pick you up without necessarily a headset. You can have a headset, but you don't have to have a mic. I know. I was trying to do Sam. I know. Okay, got your headset on, Sam? I think so. Now I'm hearing my own echo. God damn it, Sam. All right, is that better? I hear you, and you still got your notifications on. All right, fuck it. I don't care. I'll live with it.
Broken Spanish and things like that to try and make me think it was your family, or even you. Okay, so I wasn't lying about that. I think what I want you to understand is, I'm pretty sure that the fake guy you're marrying, I'm sure he's a real person because I do know he exists, but I think it's a fake situation.
You see a photograph of Eliana's fiance, and you think it's fake, only because you can't accept the fact that Eliana won't be with you. You were in love with a photograph of Eliana, and you were in hate of a photograph of Eliana's fiance. Those two you can't rationalize this in your head why you can be in love with one photograph and in hatred of another.
Um, Look, I would have an easier time believing me, or I'm sorry,
There's his subconscious again. There's his subconscious again doing the work that we need it to do. It's revealing the inner James that we want it to reveal. He can't comprehend how creepy he is on a conscious level, but his subconscious is trying to say, "Hey, I'm trapped in here. Help me to help me so that I'm not held prisoner by this lunatic." Sam, your thoughts? Sam, turn off the damn push to talk, please.
I would have an easier time believing you if you had an easier time talking to me. By you going on Daywave and participating in their charade and lies about things,
He can't handle the fact that Eliana has come forward. So everything that Eliana has said has to be lies because they don't conform with his narrative. So if anybody else wants to join us in the Discord, we do have a voice chat open. So join us on Discord, and if you want to follow us on Twitter, there's the Twitter address below. Also, visit cbdx.com. You use promo codes AP or ROTC, or 44420 or Virgie with two Y's at the end. You got to use those two Y's. Those codes will get you 20% off on your order. They will also get you a free gift. If you have an order that's over $80, you get free priority shipping. CBDX.com has moon rocks, has gummies, has disposable vape cartridges, has flour, has dabs. CBDX is legal in all 50 states and it will get you high. CBDX.com gets you lifted. Now back to JRC3.
It makes it hard for me to believe what you say. I do think that it's a bunch of bullshit, honestly. The whole situation with you allegedly getting married and all that nonsense. I think it's a bunch of baloney. In fact, I'm sure of it. I'm not mad at you. I wish you would believe me as much as you're willing to participate in their lies. And that's all I'm going to say. It doesn't make me love you any less. Okay? It doesn't make me love you any less. I do have a lot of trust issues with you. I'm not going to lie. Like, for example, I'm concerned you might Jodi Arias me.
Oh boy, this was a fun one. When I saw this last night, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, James? Why would you be worried that Eliana would Jodi Arias you? Jodi Arias was in an abusive relationship and killed her abuser. And you're worried that Eliana will kill you in a similar fashion? Is that you suggesting that you realize that your behavior is creepy and it's abusive, and you're afraid that Eliana might actually kind of take take authority on her own and stop it? Is that what you're saying? You're saying that you don't want her to Jodi Arias you because you want to be in control of the abusive relationship.
Like, that's a legitimate concern of mine now. Didn't used to be.
A legitimate concern of his that he's going to be in a relationship with Eliana, and he's going to be Jodi Arias. James, I don't get you. I don't get why you would want to, why you would want to lay this kind of groundwork in any kind of relationship. What woman is going to be comfortable with you saying shit like that, James? That you don't want them to Jodi Arias you.
It is now. I'm worried you might Jodi Arias me. But the thing is, what I want you to know, and by the way, I come down on the side of Jodi Arias. I think that guy was a complete prick and that he abused her mentally, emotionally, physically, and sexually. So, yeah, I'm actually on the side of Jodi Arias, and I think there's more to that, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, hmm. Yeah, I gotta log off Discord here for that. Well, no, I can't because then I lose Sam. Sam, are you still? Where is he at? I tell you what. So I can mute him. No, damn it. All right, never mind.
The point is, I
Sorry about
genuinely
that.
am concerned you might Jodi Arias me because of the dishonesty and stuff. And, I care so much about you. And I would have a much easier time believing you if you never participated in these lies in the first place. But it doesn't mean I love you any less. I love you so much. And I know that
Right.
you're still the same person. And I know that, this is the way I look at it. I'm going to come down. I'm not making an attempt to see you. I want you to understand that I'm purposely staying at quite a distance away from where you live. Unless you moved, and I don't know. But from where the area that you used to live in, I'm quite a distance from where you used to live. And I obviously will not be going to where you work because I bank with another banking establishment. It's a completely different banking establishment, not near where you are. Okay?
James, I hope to God you're not talking about the old bank that I used to work for about a year ago, because that's not the same bank that it is in South America, James. Those are two completely different corporate entities, James. And if you have a bank with the North America entity in hopes that you'll somehow be able to transfer your money to the South America entity, you are even more of a moron than I thought, James.
So don't be concerned. I'm not, whatever. Despite what Hatman says, I'm not some kind of creepy pervo that would do something like that. He probably is, which is why he said it, but I'm not. Um, and it would be the way I look at it is when I'm finally physically down there and it's no more internet baloney, I can't trust a damn thing I see or hear on the internet. For example, am I supposed to believe that you're now experimenting with women? No, I don't believe that.
Oh, is that your fantasy now, James? You want a three-way with Eliana and another hot chick? Maybe Galena?
Or it doesn't fit your character. Okay? So I can't believe anything I see or hear on the internet that comes from Daywave or these trolls or anything like that. And that's what you have to understand. That's why I quit getting frustrated, is because they're purposely trying to get me frustrated and angry so that I scare you.
Mm, we're waking you up, James. You're starting to come out of your little delusional coma that you've been in for 7 years. We're starting to wake you up. Yeah, he's so slimy. He's just like, he really doesn't get it.
And I want you to know you don't have to be afraid of me, and you never should have been afraid of me. I'm here for you. I'm always here for you. I've always been here for you.
The more that he keeps saying, you don't have to be afraid of me, is the more reason, James, to be afraid of you.
And if you need me, I'm not going anywhere. You just come to me and you say, James, I need your help, or James, I want a hug, or James, I want to talk,
Or, James, I want you to leave me the fuck alone.
or James, whatever. But when I physically get down to Buenos Aires, if you still don't want to see me, the only thing you have to do is not see me.
No, the other only thing she has to do is just basically issue a restraining order to block you from entering the country.
I'm going to try and let you know where I'm at. And I know that you have issues with, getting the nerve up to meet people and things like that. And that's why I encourage you to bring people you know. Preferably family. Preferably family. Preferably your mom. Because
Why do you want her to bring her family, James? Is this so that you can make a show of strength in front of her family and just take her away from all of them and drive away in a van and they never see Eliana again? Is that your plan, James?
I know that you and your mom are like, tight and what, you're that sounded that sounded really bad because I know you and your mom are very close. Um, and I think that that would be good. But if you feel more comfortable bringing a man, maybe you should bring one of your brothers or your dad. I'm not afraid of anybody. Okay, so don't be worried about that.
He's not afraid of anybody that Eliana brings to act as bodyguards and chaperones because he's going to take on the whole fucking world for Eliana. He's going to challenge everybody. Doesn't matter how many evil Black Knights that this valiant crusader has to face down. He will protect Eliana.
You can bring the biggest, scariest guy or guys or whatever that you want. Because my only interest is in you feeling safe and
Yeah, and you will run away like a little pussy when she does bring those big scary guys to defend her.
comfortable. Um, but I want you to be comfortable. Uh,
If you want her to be comfortable, then stop making these fucking videos, and I can stop making my React videos, and I can end this LolCow ranch. But you really seem to want to buy me this truck.
with the situation, if you choose to meet me, and like that's why I'm not. And I'll pay for any expenses if you have to bring people. I'll pay for the expenses. Hopefully, it won't be too expensive. I don't know.
Are you going to pay for your bail, James, when you get put in a Buenos Aires jail? Are you going to pay for that? Huh? You got enough money saved up for your bail?
Where you would go or whatever, but I just want to make sure that you understand. I'm not trying to intimidate you in any way. If you choose to meet
Remove the word not from what he just said, And this is exactly what he's trying to do. He is exactly trying to intimidate Eliana by making all of these videos. It's just that you don't get it, James. Turn off the videos and then you will make Eliana comfortable again.
There will be no intimidation on my part, nothing like that. I want you to
Remove the word no from what he just said. There will be intimidation on his part. Just remove every kind of negative, word that, that he's using to describe himself, and just go with whatever the opposite of what he's saying right now from here on. Just the opposite.
feel as safe as possible,
As uncomfortable as possible.
comfortable as possible. And you have the home team advantage.
Home team advantage. Because you're the stranger in a strange land, right, James?
Okay? You have the home team advantage. I'm in a strange country that speaks a strange language that I don't understand.
Then why the fuck are you going to Buenos Aires, James? I went to Amsterdam in 2007, and mind you, it's tourist. When you go to Amsterdam because it's the Cannabis Cup, and this was before America finally started waking up and started legalizing and and all that. But James, when everybody speaks English for the most part, with accents in Amsterdam, but I made it a point to learn two phrases which were actually kind of pleasant and dankjewel, thank you, alstublieft, you're welcome. Oh, so just to be respectful, I could converse in English, and then when I was finished, like if I was going to the to a store or something to buy some food, oh, here you are, here's the money, dankjewel. Oh, alstublieft. Just kind of, James. You can learn a language without being insulting in speaking the language, and the way you go taco 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 and sound like a fucking moronic parrot, James.
So do you understand what I'm saying? And it doesn't bother me because
It bothers you, James. These videos I know bother you because every time I put out a react video, you're on with your own videos the next day. Well, I was watching a Randolph Vance make a video about me, and I have to say that they were all lies, Eliana. I can't understand why you would spread such lies to Randolph Vance like that. They're not lies, James. They're the truth. We're unmasking your bullshit, James. It took an ex-con to realize what a con artist was doing. Okay?
well, frankly,
Which I'm not, for the sake of for the sake of this video, I have never been convicted of a crime. I use the term ex-con as in, I have grown up from my own, kind of delusional behaviors, and I'm using that to help try to reform James. Try, James. The steps in this are up to you. You can be a better person. You can end this life of isolation and social boredom that you're in, and you can have friends. You can be happy, James, but you gotta stop making these creepy videos, James.
the United States has become a strange country with a strange language filled with strange people. So
He's trying to use, the events that go on in our country as an excuse to escape to Buenos Aires. It would not surprise me in the least if the moment he sets foot off of a plane in Buenos Aires, he tries to declare political asylum. He says that he is politically oppressed, that he cannot, express his, freedom of, whatever in the United States, and that he's being, chased and persecuted, and he has to come to Buenos Aires to live a new life. And Buenos Aires is going to say no. Go the fuck back to your own country, James.
that could be a big reason why.
Well, they're going to tell him no. Go the fuck back to your own country. This as soon as you hit the airport, James. They're not even gonna give you the chance to declare asylum, James.
But the other reason why is because, I really would look forward to seeing you if you chose to see me, and I have the presents for you that I wanted to give you.
Yeah, that satanic cross that you want to give her because you just don't understand religion, you don't understand gifts, you want to You want to use gifts as a means of controlling Eliana.
And I think it would be cute if you just took the presents. You don't have to. Like I said, I'll donate them to a church. I'm sure there's kids that might want them or something of that nature. And the church could always distribute them to whoever. I'll just do that before I leave. I'm staying for 2 weeks. I'll do that before I leave. I'll find a church. Probably I'll do that. That'll probably be one of the first things I do when I get down so I know where to give the stuff to. Of course, I'm not stupid enough to give a satanic rosary bead cross to, a church. But
Self-realization, James. Finally, you're starting to come to some self-realization. You had 2 moments of that yesterday on the LolCow Ranch, but then you just went right back to your delusional behavior. And I know you have these little brief tiny flashes of self-realization when you realize you're being an idiot, and then you go back to your delusion.
other than that, the books and things of that nature, I'm
Back to the delusion here in a moment.
sure they'll get them to who could benefit from them if you don't want them. And the little stuffed llama that I got you because I know you like llamas. And that's all. I just want you to take into consideration, if you really look at everything, I've been telling the truth.
Have you, James? Have you? Your subconscious has been telling the truth through the creepiness that you've been sending to Eliana through your Facebook posts, through your videos. Your subconscious is telling us that you just want to be in control of Eliana. You don't understand the difference between love. You know what actual love is. You want love to be controlling. You want to be your father. You want Eliana to replace your mother. You want your idea of intimacy is that you're trying to replicate probably what your father had, which was intimacy with your mother was holding her by the throat against the wall with the other fist ready to punch her in the head. That's probably closer, a lot closer to the truth than you think, James.
Or at least I've been telling the truth as much as I've been able to perceive the truth because I've been told a whole bunch of lies by a whole bunch of crazy people on.
He probably, if that actually did happen to him, and I feel very, sorry for James for that to happen because no one should ever have to, and see their father, domestically abuse their mother like that. But um, James, that was not something to emulate. That's not something that you should strive to duplicate in your own relationship. The idea that your father, you know, was controlling your mother like that. That has to be why she had to leave. Uh, James, this is maternal abandonment issues. I know it. I can see it. Your father was the center of attention in his household, and now you have to be the center of attention for your household with Eliana.
The internet. And these same crazy people harass other people. As you can see,
No, these same crazy people are basically letting other crazy people know, hey, look at this lolcow that we've got on our ranches right now.
from my community tab, they're harassing many innocent people that did nothing to anybody. They're just terrible people. And apparently I was one of the first victims of these people. And it actually goes back before Chief Handler, the guy who called himself. It actually went all the way back to a person called Ice Queen Your Worst Nightmare. And that's the person that claimed to be my supervisor at my place of employment, or my former place of employment.
I would love to have AP in here right now in our Discord so that we could explain, about your former employment history, James, and how you got fired for being a racist prick at your job, James. You know, I wish we could have AP in the Discord right now.
I should say. And that's, it goes way back. It does go way back. But anyway,
I'd also love to have AP explain about how you got thrown out of your housing because you were basically drawing swastikas on the walls, James.
I just want you to know that as far as I'm concerned, we're still buddies. I'm pretty sure the thing is, okay, so you went from having Antonio Sanchez as a boyfriend to Geraldo Mexico. No, I'm sorry. Geraldo Perez. Geraldo Mexico is somebody else. It's another troll. So Geraldo Perez was your boyfriend. He was essentially a alleged narco person, and then now it's this dude that you needed because you needed to prove that you had a real dude. So it's this dude from Cali. I don't believe any of it, and that's all for this video. I love you.
I think he was just about to sneeze in that video because if you look really closely, he had that kind of look like he was about to sharp inhale and his eyes were just, you have to close your eyes when you sneeze. You can never sneeze with your eyes open for, whatever reason. He was about ready to sneeze and he had to cut it off. He had a lot more that he wanted to say, and then he had to sneeze all of his kind of crazy thoughts out of him. And he's like, huh, what was I going to make another video about? Well, this one, I'm wondering if he's got the delirium tremors in this video because he's shaking. He's wearing this jacket in this video because he says he's cold, but I think his cold is on an internal level. He realizes that, something isn't right in him and he doesn't understand, and no amount of clothing or turning up the heat in the on the thermostat can make him feel warm and safe and comfortable. And there's an internal shiver that's building up inside of him, and that's fear, James. It's called fear.
Hey there. Look, I want to let you know something, and I'm going to private my videos. Um,
Oh, you're going to private your videos. Hmm. So, by privating your videos, you mean that you're going to still make the video, you're going to upload it, you're going to create a link to YouTube that you can share, even though it's private, and then you just send it to Eliana. Well, you know what Eliana's going to do? She's going to send that link to Hatman and me so that we can download those videos ourselves, and then we just make a fool out of you some more, James.
for you, I'm not taking them down because I can't trust you.
How is it that you can be in love with a woman that you don't trust, James? Love is all about trust. If you don't trust the woman, where's the love, James?
But what I want to let you understand, somebody directed me to read the comments in your videos, and I want you to understand something. I'm a little cold, so I'm shivering a bit, so the camera might be shaky.
James. Yeah, you're afraid that, you're losing. You finally lost your grip on the mountain that you've been holding on to for 7 years, and there's no way back up for you, James, from all this.
What I want you to understand is this, hon. If you're getting panic attacks and stuff like that, I wish you would have let me known these things. I'm glad somebody directed me to read your comments. That's why I'm going to private my videos. I genuinely love you. I genuinely care about you. I did not mean to give you panic attacks or anything like this, and you should have told me these things. You should have reached out to me privately, and it wouldn't have made me worse. Okay? I'm glad somebody told me to read the comments, and I'm glad I did. Um, Look, if that dude is your fiance, I think you're making a gigantic mistake. That's all I'm going to say. I'm coming down to Buenos Aires in March. I'm going to do everything I can to avoid you if you want to be avoided. Okay? I'm not going to see you if you don't want me to see you. I've told you that. I've meant that.
And you keep dangling this threat in front of Eliana that I'm coming down to Argentina, but I'm not going to see you. Remove the word not from what you just said, James, and we know exactly what you mean by this. I'm coming down to Argentina, and I'm going to see you.
I genuinely love you. I hope you understand that. Okay? I think what
He keeps using the words I love you like it's a magical incantation. Like he thinks that the more he says I love you, that it's just going to build inside Eliana like a power meter in a video game. James, that's not how love works, okay?
happened is you got sucked into a trolling campaign against me. Okay? I do think it has to do with my former employer. I really do. I think they paid somebody to do this to me.
Who'd they pay, James? Who would your former employer pay to do all this, James?
Because they did. My former boss promised to destroy my life. Okay? And this all seemed to revolve around my
Oh, if you want to keep invoking your former employer, James, I will bring your former employer on my show as a guest rancher so that he can explain why exactly you were fired, James.
Former employer in the beginning. I think you got sucked into something because you're
If anybody knows how to find his former employer, have them contact me, please.
the only thing that anybody can use to upset me. It's because I love you, okay?
Again, using those words, I love you as a magical incantation towards Eliana.
It is because I love you so much. And I'm gonna private my videos. I can't take them down because I can't trust you, and I'm sorry.
Again, well, one half of him says that he loves Eliana, but the other half of him says he can't trust Eliana. And love is all about trust. You can't take the trust away from love, James.
I can't trust you, but you did such weird things. Like the fact that you decided to participate in these campaigns of disinformation and lies and nonsense really makes it hard for me to trust you. But yeah, if something happens, like you try to do something legally to me, I am going to have to fight it, of course. But it doesn't mean that I'm mad at you or anything like that. Regardless of how angry and frustrated I got, number one, I was never angry with you. I was frequently frustrated with the situation.
I understand his level of anger because when you've gone through the kinds of mental issues like I have, and the kind of mental issues that James is going through, you let anger become everything around you. You want, as soon as you have a bad day at work, your anger is you want to control everything. You want to reset the world. You want to make sure that, you're not angry again and that nothing ever makes you angry. And that you can't. James, I can probably understand why you don't work is because you don't have the kind of mental discipline to not let the bullshit of work drag you down. And the mental, and yeah, work is bullshit. Customer service work is hell for people who have mental health issues. And it kind of occurred to me that the reason customer service sucks in our country right now is because you have a bunch of mentally ill people as customers who are screaming and yelling at a bunch of mentally ill people who are customer service agents. And that's just, James, if you were a customer service agent, I doubt you would last more than 2 months at any kind of call center job, any kind of public facing job where you're having to serve the public. I've had to serve the public. It's not fun. It's mentally stressful all the fucking back. But you know what? It's what pays my bills, and I'd rather not be on welfare. I'd rather not be on unemployment. I'd rather be doing something productive instead of doing nothing. And James, all you do is just collect your unemployment checks, sit in your little apartment with no furniture, freezing your ass off, making these little crazy videos, showing the world how crazy you are, and making all of us LolCow ranchers rich beyond belief.
But I never made any threats against you because I would never threaten you. I've
Again, remove the word never from what he just said, and I would threaten you.
never said anything mean. Well, I have said mean things to you, but I
Oh, there's his subconscious again, kind of, revealing more than he wants it to reveal.
would never do anything to hurt you. And the fact that if you're getting panic attacks from this situation, there's two things I want to tell you. Number one, I'm going to private my videos. I'm still going to make you a Merry Christmas video and show you the present I got you that probably you'll never get. But I'm still going to make you a Christmas video in a little bit. It's not to give you a panic attack, it's to tell you Merry Christmas, okay? Or Feliz Navidad, okay? I'm sorry that you're upset as much as you are. But the other thing I would say is take a step back from these shows, take a step back from these people.
He wants Eliana to quit going on Daywave. He wants Eliana to stop making all of this public so that he can reset things back to normal before all of the 2.5 months of craziness began. James, that door's never gonna shut. All right, you open this door, you open this Pandora's box, and all of those demons are coming after you now, James.
Okay? I love you. You can trust me. okay?
Change can to cannot.
I want you to think about who I really am and think about what you really know about me as a person and consider that. I don't want you being upset. I don't want you having panic attacks. I I love you. You know what? Maybe I won't private the videos because I
Sick backpedal, bro. Sick backpedal. So you started this video 3 minutes 44 seconds ago, and you said that you were not gonna, make the videos public. That you were gonna private them. And now 3 minutes and 44 seconds later, oh, I am gonna make the videos public because you crave this audience, and you want to buy me that truck, James. You know what? The more that I say to you that your videos are going to buy me that truck, the more that you're going to believe in your head that they're not. So you're just going to keep making these little crazy videos. And you're just going to be like, well, I'll show Randolph Vance. I'll keep making these crazy videos and he won't get that truck. And a year from now, James, I'll be driving up to Pennsylvania with that blue Toyota Tacoma with the custom license plate that'll say JRC III. And James, I'll be like, hey, look at this truck you just bought me.
been making some really good videos to help you understand where I'm really coming from. Okay? So I'm not going to private the videos, but what I am going to do is I'm going to continue. I'm not going to continue to make any other videos besides my Merry Christmas video for you.
James, I want you to make all the videos, okay? Make all the videos that you want so that I can make all the LolCow Ranch videos that I want, okay? James, every video that you make just makes your case all the worse because I will put them on my stream now, okay?
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I genuinely do adore you and love you, and if I'm upsetting you, that's not good. But I don't think it's me upsetting you. I think it's an orchestrated.
Remove the word don't from what he just said, and his subconscious is saying, I think it's me upsetting you. His subconscious is starting to, fight back against what his conscious mind is doing.
Conspiracy against me, and I think there's plenty of evidence to prove that. In fact, the video that you made shows that I was complaining about trolls pretending to be Hispanics and pretending to be members of your family. And it was upsetting me, and I'm sorry that I behaved the way I did, but you have to understand the panic attacks you're having. I literally have a full-blown heart condition because of this.
No, you have tachycardia, James. It's not a heart condition, okay? I have anxiety, heart issues myself, but it doesn't mean that I have a heart condition, okay? When I was going through my stress earlier this year, when my job, was the one project at my job was ramping down and there was uncertainty about whether or not there was going to be another project for us, and I was worried about getting laid off. I wake up every morning and my heart is beating out of its fucking chest. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to get through the rest of the day? You know what? I don't have the tachycardia issues anymore because I'm centered, James. I understand my emotional center.
Literally, I'm on medication. I'm on a beta blocker because of this. Okay? I don't want that to happen to you. Okay? I don't want that to happen to you. Look what they do to that woman, Astrasdia or Mary.
Thank you for cross promoting, James. You are just the perfect little lolcow for this ranch.
I'm going to leave a link to her channel to show you what they do to that poor woman.
Oh, yes, leave the links, please, James. Please leave the links so that way, Mary can just scream her fucking head off at you, James.
This is what they do. And I'm not going to let this happen to you through me. Okay? Just know that I care about you.
Nothing nothing that's happened to Ellie, that has happened to Eliana compares to what has happened to Adrazia. Okay, James? You cannot even begin to compare those two.
I'm sorry if I've scared you. My intention has not been to scare you. My
Remove the word not from what he just said. My intention has been to scare you.
intention has been to show you that I love you. A lot of the frustration and a lot of the rage that I have at them at them, not at you. I want you to understand that. I am full of rage at them. Okay?
Yes, you are. You are so full of rage right now at all of us, but that's because we're pointing out the truth to you and your mind can't accept it, so it wants to continue believing those lies, James.
Not at you. I love you. I always have loved you.
And that's the lie he wants to continue believing.
And I don't want you being upset because of anything that I did. And
Remove the word don't. I want you to be upset.
if you truly are having panic attacks and psychiatric symptoms because of me, and physiological symptoms because of me, no. No, that's not okay. That is not okay, and I'm sorry. Okay? And that's not fair to you. Okay? And I didn't know that, but it's not. You have to believe me. I was only defending myself from a bunch of lies. A lot of the lies you perpetrated. Okay? But the thing is, it doesn't matter. If I'm hurting you, I can't continue doing that.
He wants to continue hurting Eliana. He wants desperately to be back to where everything was all before Eliana found her way to Daywave. He wants all of this to go away.
So I want you to understand I love you, and I'm sorry if that's what's happening. I know what this results in. I'm on medication for my heart because of it.
Well, you know what, James? If you're on medication right now, maybe you shouldn't be making these videos if they're stressing you out like this. James, you still don't get it.
I've almost had strokes because of this. My blood pressure has gone really high. That was before you got involved. They involved you in this. This was going on before you. But what they found out is whenever they involved you, when it was that chief handler guy or other people, what they found out is when they involved you in the harassment of me, when they mentioned you, I would get furious. And the reason why is because I love you. I truly love you. So whatever you want to think or whatever, that you can think whatever you want. I don't want you getting upset like that. You don't have to be afraid of me. You never should have been afraid of me. If anything, if you should be afraid of anyone, it's the people that sucked you into this because these are terrible people. I do love you. I do love you. You are my friend. You will be my friend forever. Please understand that. Please understand that I've not tried to upset you. You should have reached out to me privately from the beginning. Okay? It wouldn't have made me worse. The thing was, initially when you just stopped talking to me, it was so abrupt. And it was right after you expected me to come down, and you seemed to be somewhat excited that I come down, and then you're like, we have to stop talking permanently. And it didn't seem to mesh with what was going on. And at first I'm like, it's probably just autism symptoms or something like that. So I was like, well, whatever, I'm just going to go down and see how things play out. That
He confused Eliana's rejection of his advances for autism.
was my original plan. And then my ex died, like flat out. She died like 3 times and had to be resuscitated 3 times, and that destroyed my ability to come down. That's why I didn't come down. But then after they started harassing me and threatening me, and these people, you saw what they were saying. They were saying that you were pregnant, or not pregnant, that you had had a child and you were living with your boyfriend and I need to leave you alone, and that they were going to kill me and they were going to cut me open, they were going to beat me up, they were going to do this, they were going to do that. I assumed it was your family because I figured who else would be saying these things except your family. Okay? Please don't get upset over this. I know that it's not your family. I know that you're not doing this to me on purpose. You're doing this because people made you afraid of me. I'm the last person you should be afraid of. I'm telling you that right now. I am the last person you should be afraid of. And if you don't want to see me, you will never see me. In fact, that's why when I come down, I'm purposely staying quite a distance away from you. It's so that you don't see me by accident. But Royce Lopez, I'm not going to do what Royce Lopez says. I'm not going to do what Hatman says.
Remove the word not from what he just says, and I'm going to do what Royce Lopez says. I'm going to do what Hatman says.
I'm not going to do what any of these people say. These people are not the authorities. Despite what they think, they are not the authorities, and they're not going to tell me what to do. But if I'm upsetting you, that hurts me inside that I upset you to that point. I do want you to feel a little bad about what happened to me, because it's ridiculous at this point. It is ridiculous at this point. But feeling a little bad does not mean panic attacks. I don't want you having panic attacks or anything like that, because I
Remove the word don't. And he's saying, I want you to have panic attacks. That's part of why he makes these videos, is because he knows these videos scare and intimidate Eliana.
know what it's like. I spent 2 weeks in the hospital, because I told you I was in the hospital with a heart condition. I spent 2 weeks in a hospital due to this harassment, okay? Due to the continual harassment of these people. And that's when I was reaching out to you, telling you,
Go to a psych eval, James, please, and I mean this. All right? Go to a psych eval, show them your YouTube channel, and just say, I need help. I don't know what's going on anymore. I need help. They will help you, James. They will help you out of this delusion that you're in. But you have to make that choice, James.
if I die, because I didn't know if I would live or die at that point. I really didn't, because nobody knew what was going on. They still don't know. I'm still at increased risk of certain conditions because of this, because heart rhythm stuff.
Then stop making these videos and you won't put yourself at increased risk, James. That's exactly what those doctors in the outpatient will tell you, okay?
And yeah, I mean, look, that's when I was reaching out to you and telling you, please get a hold of me. I don't know if I'm going to live or die. I just want to say hi to you. You know what I mean? And you didn't reach out to me. And then a couple months later, that was when you said that you were single and childless, okay? And essentially, I care about you. What these people are doing to me and other people is wrong. The fact that they involved you in it is wrong. The fact that you're having panic attacks is horrible.
You're the cause of those panic attacks, James. Why don't you get this?
And the fact that I've contributed to it really makes me feel terrible. And I don't really want to take down the newer videos I made. I'll private the ones that have your name in the title. But
And don't worry, we'll still get them. Trust me, you'll be stupid enough to send those links to Eliana, and Eliana will kindly forward them to Hatman and me because we love your videos, James.
I want you to understand, I'm not coming from a bad place with you.
Remove the word not from what he just said.
I'm not. I'm coming from a place of friendship. I'm coming from a place of love. I really am. If it's causing you to be upset, it's because you're not understanding where I'm coming from. And I guess I can't clarify it any more than that. I'm just going to end this video with I love you, I care about you, I respect you, and I cherish you. And that's why I don't want you having panic attacks. Please understand that. If you understood how much I cared about you and loved you, I think it would help your heart relax a bit. I'll tell you what, after I knew what was
No, you know what, James? I understand what you're thinking. You have 38 years worth of experience in your head that you have to transfer over, like, like a thumb drive transferring over to a main hard drive. You have 38 years worth of life experience that you want to share and impart with Eliana. I know because I did the exact same fucking thing, James.
going on with this, my heart has relaxed a bit. I feel much better.
I feel much better now that I'm live streaming. My tachycardia went away as soon as I started making my live stream videos and came out of my hiatus, James. Because I knew I'm keeping my eyes on the prize. Because you, like I said, you will buy me a truck, not through the super chat. I don't need to worry about the super chat. YouTube ad revenue alone from you blowing up the algorithm is going to buy me that truck, James.
I love you. Please have a great day,
I love you too, James.
honey. Please. Best wishes. Always best wishes. I will be making you a Merry Christmas video when I get your present that you're never going to get, probably. I love you. Take care. Really take care. Take care of yourself. Try and stay offline for a little bit.
Try and stay offline for a little bit so that you're hoping that all the bullshit goes away and that you could just come back in a couple of weeks and just say, "Hey, Eliana, so I'm hoping that all of the bullshit has died down." No, James, you're the one who needs to stop this.
Work on relaxing, spend some time with your mom or your sisters or something, and just relax. Just relax. Don't go online. That's my mistake, is I keep getting sucked back into this crap. That's why I just block them all now.
No, you don't. No, you do not block me because I still am able to get your videos. I can still post my comments on your videos. You have not blocked me in the slightest, James.
Okay? That's what I do. I just block everybody now. Please take care of yourself. I don't want you being upset like this. Um, Look, if you did take some kind of crazy legal action against me, I'm going to have to fight it, but I'm not doing that to hurt you. I'm doing
This is bringing up what ASDSS had said on the Friday night stream, is that he wants this battle to go to court so that he's hoping a judge declares him not guilty, and that in his mind reinforces the delusion that he was in a friendship with Eliana for 7 years. And at that point, James Robert Clark III becomes unstoppable. And James, a judge is never going to side with you on that. And eh, even if the judge, when the judge doesn't side with you on that, you're going to say, well, the judge made the wrong decision in that case. Eliana and I are still friends. I understand your delusional thinking, James, a lot better than you think.
that to protect myself. And it's because they lied to you about stuff, okay? So take care of yourself. Know that I never have threatened you. I never will threaten you.
Remove the word never from what he just said. I have threatened you. I will threaten you.
I won't do anything to hurt you, just
Remove the word won't from what he just said.
like I'm sure you won't do anything to hurt me. Unfortunately, some of this stuff might result in me getting seriously hurt by people.
Mm. James, the only one who's seriously hurting you right now is you, James. You don't understand that making these videos is what makes your situation worse. James, I know you want these videos of mine to end. And there's an easy way for them to end. Just stop making the videos on your end, buddy. That's all you have to do.
Because of what happened. But, that's in the past. We have your name in them. But you
And we'll still find them. We will still find them, James.
need to know that I love you and care about you. And I am glad that somebody told me to read the comments in your videos, because it helped me to understand, what's going on is not right, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're having, panic issues and stuff. I'm sorry that I seem to be the cause of that, but I think if you look a little deeper, you'll realize that I'm not the cause. But right now, don't even look a little deeper.
Remove the word not from what he just said. He is the cause.
Just get offline, stop talking to these dickheads, and start spending time with your family and your pupper, and know that I love you and I care about you, and that's all. Okay, best wishes.
I care about you too, James. Well, that was it for today's episode of the LolCow Ranch. And Nightwave, I am sorry about, kind of, horning in on your time right now. But sometimes James just makes me so fucking mad that I have to go on here just to vent, just to get this shit out of my system. So I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. And I want to thank you all for watching and have a great rest of your day. James, I know you're listening. Make some more videos tonight so that I